Nilesh Shah, founder of Envision Capital, on the phone line with us as well. Nilesh, good morning and thanks for accommodating this request. Now, the GIFT Nifty showing a reaction which is less than 1%. Is that the extent that you think the market thinks about this, or does the market in its wisdom might believe that there will be some sort of a resolution on this in the next 2, 3, 4 days or maybe slightly later?
Hi, Neeraj. Good morning. Pleasure to be on the show. No, I think, I don't think the impact will be quite significant. This is going to be more kind of a knee-jerk because we've clearly seen, a lot of turnarounds or about turns in terms of, tariffs and tariff rates and associated issues. So I probably think that the immediate reaction of the market will be negative, but probably it won't be terribly negative because these things can change. I mean, they can change in the next 24 hours or 48 hours as well. So that's first, Neeraj. Second is, in terms of just the sheer Nifty, I don't think the Nifty adequately will reflect the kind of sectors which will, get impacted. The Nifty is largely about banks, it's about IT services, it's about consumer companies, FMCG companies, maybe to some extent oil and gas. This is essentially the broad constitution of the Nifty. And these are really not the sectors, these are more domestic-facing sectors, and therefore really the Nifty may not truly reflect the impact. It's going to be sectors like, jewelry, textiles, chemicals, pharmaceuticals. These are the ones which will have to essentially kind of adjust to this reality if the 25% will become kind of an eventual kind of rate. So I probably think that you'd see a bit more impact on the broader market versus just the Nifty.
Nilesh, from that perspective then, as an investor, as a trader, how would you react to this? As a trader, would you keep positions light? Of course, it is also expiry. And would you stay on the sidelines to wait for things to settle? And as an investor, do you look at opportunities where there is a knee-jerk reaction to double down on companies that you like?
Yeah, the idea would be to double down, undoubtedly, because this is going to be an opportunity, and for several reasons. I think first, of course, you're going to see this, translate into more policy changes, more reforms, making Indian manufacturing more competitive, making our exports more competitive. So you're clearly going to see the government and the policymakers really push the pedal in terms of some really aggressive reforms. This has really been always the case in the past, and I clearly believe that the administration here is going to kind of fast forward some of those policy changes. So that's first at a very macro level. Secondly, I see our exporters now broad-basing their export markets, their destination markets. I think trying to depend on just one market, I think versus that, they are going to basically de-risk, diversify. That's something which will take time, but the way stock prices react is an immediate reaction, and they tend to recover way ahead before, everyone starts to see the changes. So I see a very, very broad-based diversification of target markets, of destination markets. And I clearly believe that if there's going to be a dip in the near term, in the very short term, that should be used by investors to load up on high-quality names, because eventually we will grow, we'll emerge way, way more stronger than where we are today.
Nilesh, just, wondering today if there is a sentimental gap down, and at moments like this, just now let's pull back a little bit apart from, all the Trump turbulence, etc. Most of Q1 is through. Having said that, do you think that these are opportunities we're entering a buy on dips kind of a phase in the Indian markets right now?
Absolutely. I mean, our markets have anyway already consolidated. I think since probably last September, last October, for about 9 months, our markets have indulged in a time-wise consolidation. And so to that extent, I don't see a significantly higher pain from here or a much more deeper correction. It's just that it could probably get prolonged for a few more days or maybe a couple of more weeks. That's the way I see it. And therefore, pretty much on a daily basis, as you see dips, it's time to add to your portfolio. It's time to add to high-quality names.